HaruInKorea, and today I just wanted to make a video about why I will never go partying in Seoul specifically again. So before I start this video, I just want to say that I've been in Korea for almost 5 years now, and I have my partying days. So I am not here to judge anybody for their partying days. I'm not saying don't do it. I will explain that more at the end of the video. But for right now, just go into this video with that knowledge, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first reason that I would not go partying in Seoul again is because of the discrimination against foreigners. And we've all heard the stories, especially recently. You and your girls are trying to get into the club when you've made the mistake of forgetting you're not Korean, or even worse, black. Whether you have Korean skills or not, you can fight with the bouncer all you want, but chances are you aren't getting into the club. So yeah, I have never specifically been denied entry for being a foreigner or for being black, but especially recently on TikTok and Facebook, I have been hearing all these stories about people getting denied from the club because they're a foreigner, or especially black people getting denied from hip hop clubs. And it's like, you're literally playing my music inside the club. Like, how are you gonna say that I'm not allowed to go in the club? I've heard about this happening in other places, not just Seoul, but I feel like Seoul is just a whole nother ballpark when it comes to clubbing. My second reason why I would not go clubbing in Seoul again is because the bathrooms are gross. So just imagine during a fun night of drinking, the alcohol finally catches up with you and suddenly you need to go to the bathroom. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom so badly.
Good luck. I've already been waiting for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Wait that long. After waiting in line for what feels like forever, you finally make it to the front when, to your surprise, you step in the bathroom and you have to walk through 4 to 5 inches of water. Also, the trash cans overflowing with toilet paper are another story. So the first time I went partying in Seoul was back when I was 19. I'm 26 now. So the club I went to is NB2 in Hongdae, and if you've watched any partying or clubbing videos related to Korea, then I'm sure you've heard of NB2. And you get in there, it's dark, all the lights are going, everybody's dancing and jumping up and down, and you're just like, yes, this is my scene. So literally dancing with my friends, and then I have to go to the bathroom. I waited in this long line. I finally get to the front, and when I walked in, I immediately just stepped in a puddle of water. And I thought first, ew, this is gross. Thank goodness I have boots on. And I thought that, you know, the puddle would just be that, a puddle. But no, the entire floor was covered with like 3 to 4 inches of water, and it was so gross. And then once you get into the stall, like, I had already known that the trash cans were for toilet paper. The trash can they had was big, but it was overflowing. And then if you look up, it's going up the wall. It was sticking to the bathroom stall wall. And thinking about it now, I'm like, why would I ever go back there? I did, but this is why I'm making this video. Never again. All right, the third reason that I would never go clubbing again in Seoul is because of the men. So maybe you just want to go to a party with your girls. Maybe you do want to meet some men. Either way, you're gonna hate dealing with these men. First, they all look at you like you are something to eat. Half will just come up and try to dance or touch you without saying anything. And the other half, it seems like their vocabulary is limited to me, you, motel. So no judgment to anybody ever. I personally was trying to go to the club just to dance with my friends and maybe meet Dream Bay in the club. That's it. So if you're there for other motives, that's fine. Maybe you do just want to meet a guy for the night. Like, who? It doesn't matter. The point being is, I just feel like these men at these clubs were so pushy, and I have been clubbing in other parts of Korea. Like, I lived in Daejeon. I clubbed in Daejeon a lot, and that was my main other clubbing spot. But I've been to Busan a few times. But in Seoul, it just seemed so much worse. No matter what I said, Korean or English, these people were not leaving me alone. And I'm just like, you then spend majority of your night trying to avoid certain guys or run away. And I'm like, why do I have to spend my night doing that? Why can't I just chill and dance and have a good time? I feel like the thing that's annoying is nobody really tried to come up and start a conversation with me half the time. It was usually immediately, oh, hi, you're pretty. Do you want to go to a motel? I don't even know your name. Like, so it was just really annoying and really frustrating. And I'm not saying some people didn't try to come up and talk to me first, but just especially in Seoul, I just remember on my nights out, a lot of it was just spent trying to avoid guys, trying to get my friend to come up and pretend like there's some problem so I can get out of talking to a guy. Me and my friends having to form a circle around each other so certain guys would stop bothering us. And I'm just like, no, I don't have time. No. I'm good. All right, the last reason why I would not go clubbing again in Seoul specifically is just because of the smell. Every time I went clubbing in Seoul, just literally I'm walking into the club, and the moment I hit the club, just a wall of smoke hits me and it engulfs me and it covers me. It goes into my nostrils, grabs my hair, into my clothes. So immediately after you're done partying and you're exhausted, you just want to go to sleep. But if you go to sleep, then you need to wash your sheets and blankets because they're all gonna smell like smoke. How do I wash a purse? Like, I had to put my purse out by the window for like 2 or 3 days to air out. And I'm just like, no, okay? Especially on days when I freshly got my hair did, like, So these are just some of the reasons why I don't want to go clubbing in Seoul specifically anymore. I am not saying that these things only apply to Seoul. Just like I said before, Seoul just seems to be another level of partying. There's so many people and just so many things happen in Seoul. So I just feel like partying in Seoul is just a whole nother ballpark. I will never party in Seoul again. My friends and I, we went out 80 times. Literally only 3 of those times were good times. Literally just 3. The other 77 times were either just terrible, or the only thing that makes them worth anything is the fact that I can tell a funny story about it now afterwards. But why am I doing that? Like, why am I going out and partying for those terrible times, right? After clubbing at 6 a.m. and you and your girls are stumbling home, spent the whole night meticulously coming up with excuses to dodge men. Like, is this fun? Are we having a good time? Like I said at the beginning, I do want to say that if you're interested in coming to Korea and you drink, like, I'm sure one of the things you want to try is partying in Korea, and specifically in Seoul. Like, you just hear about the drinking culture so much, and I'm sure you've seen videos and you're just like, yeah, that's something I want to do. And no judgment. I feel like if that's something you're interested in, then you should try it, because if you don't try it, then you're gonna be like, wow, I wish I would have tried that. Like, I never got to experience it for myself. Like, I don't know what it's like. And it is an experience. And at the time when I was doing it, which I did it from the time I came to Korea the first time, which is when I was 19. And I honestly was partying and clubbing pretty frequently up until the pandemic started. That's what really ended it for me. And then after the pandemic kind of started to settle down a little bit, me and my friends were like, oh, let's go out again, let's go out again. Like, we haven't been out in so long. And then we get out, and after some hours, we kind of all look at each other like, yeah, this is why we don't do this anymore. Like, let's go home. Again, at the time when I was having my partying phase, I would say it was fun. Like, in the moment, I didn't realize or stop to think, like, Brianna, why are you going in a bathroom with 4 inches of water? Like, why are you stumbling home at 6 in the morning? Like, is it fun for you? Are you having fun? Like, I never stopped to think about that, because I could just see my friends and we were laughing and dancing, and I was like, oh yeah. Like, that's what I could focus on, is like, oh yeah, I'm having a good time. So I'm not saying I didn't have fun, and I'm not saying don't do it, because I think if I didn't do it, then I would be sitting here like, what would that experience had been like? So I would wonder. But now being 26, now knowing what that experience is like, I just don't want to do it again, especially not in Seoul. Especially not in Seoul. Seoul is a whole other realm when it comes to clubbing, and I would never go clubbing again in Seoul. Now in the future, I do see myself potentially maybe on Halloween going out with my friends in like Daejeon or Busan. I could see that. These days I prefer to drink at home. Like, I like drinking wine at home with my friends, or going out to dinner and just having a beer or something. Like, that's okay with me. Or going to like a fancy wine bar, you know, like, so I could see myself doing that. Like, I will be doing that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any clubbing stories or story times you'd like to tell me in the comment section down below, please make sure to go ahead and do that. Please make sure to give this video a like, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.